Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to Craft, Banter and Chat episode
5.
So we're on episode 5, people.
And still here. And still talking to each other.
Yes.
And still laughing.
Well, hopefully still talking to each other anyway, so...
Well, we're here chatting. We have questions.
Yes, so we've got questions that somebody suggested.
Yeah.
That we Google questions, getting to know you questions. Not that we need to know each other, but you guys need to know us.
Yeah.
So
the internet has provided lots.
Lots of information.
So we're going to jump straight in and do some.
So yeah, I think I can't remember really what we were talking about last time. Can you?
We were talking about. We answered a few questions on what Georgie looks like.
Oh yes.
Which she admitted she sets up for.
Yeah, she did.
Still lovely. And we talked about things that we liked in our crafting and things that weren't so good.
Oh, and I'd like to give a special shout out to Sue from Paper Inspirations, by the way.
Ooh.
Who's, I know her mum isn't particularly well at the moment, so I am sending my love, and so is Brian.
And mine. We did notice you weren't around.
And I would suggest that everybody goes over and supports the channel if you don't already.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So, anyway, shall we continue?
Shall we indeed? Should we dive straight in with the question?
Should we dive straight in?
Shall I just work them? Yeah. Shall I just work down the list, or should we? Do you want to randomly stab at something?
There's a few people that randomly stab at, but
that might be a question somewhere.
Is it one of the questions? Who would you like to randomly stab?
Well, I'm actually going to ask you.
Sorry, not stab. I'll just clarify. If anybody dies in the next 24 hours, it wasn't me.
Or me. It will be Alabama.
But I could quite randomly, forcefully poke somebody in the kidney.
Why the kidney particularly?
Well, and I wouldn't necessarily decide which kidney. Like, one of the kidneys. You've got more than one. Yeah, you do have more. Well, you do, and I do. Yeah. But people do generally, don't they?
Generally do, unless they give one to someone.
And you only get one liver, don't you?
You don't get one liver.
Yeah, because
and it regenerates.
Mine at the age of 25 died and shriveled up and crawled away.
Your liver is the only organ that regenerates? To some degree.
Is it?
I think.
What? Even if you...
Not if you
completely clogged.
Not even if you completely kill it, no.
No. Okay, so not after you've popped your clogs and 6 foot under.
I don't. Well, no, because
it's not still growing.
They harvest all your organs before you go 6 feet under. Do you not know that?
It'd be a big harvest if it's still growing. So
there's only a jam jar worth that goes in the ground. By the time they've taken everything.
I'd quite like all of me to be, if they can recycle me in some way.
Well, we both.
Even if I was like a.
We're going to be seed pods.
Yeah. So, I'd be quite happy if I was just, I don't know, stuffing for somebody's cushion. It's a bit smelly.
I'll be a seed pod, and then I'll grow up into my second life and be a tree nymph. People will walk past and I'll be like, "Oh, you, come here." I can't reach that. Get it from me.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's because I'm rooted.
Brian is particularly incapacitated at the moment, so he's hurt his back, so he's having to be careful about moving
generally,
picking things up. So
well, this leads me quite nicely onto my question.
Okay.
The last question I found, which I thought was quite apt: when did you stop being a kid? Answer me that.
When do you stop being a kid?
When did you stop being a kid?
Never. I don't think. I don't think inside I've ever stopped thinking like. I think I'm more comfortable than I was as a child, but I don't think I know. I don't know what is. I don't know. Is there a definitive answer?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
All right. Okay. So,
it's kind of that.
Well, when do you stop being a kid?
Never.
Grow up, for goodness sake.
I will not. The only thing that's changed from being a kid is that nothing works. Physically. I need new knees, new hips, new eyes, new ears.
As an adult,
Nobody sets
physically
you up for that.
nothing works except for you.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to work.
You have to
to toil, grind, nose to the grindstone thing, and everything aches. And why does nobody tell you about getting old? Why does nobody say that when you reach 35, these things will start aching? Because like Vic's 35 this year, and he's already started complaining about how much his knees and his back ache.
Really?
Yeah.
I reckon 50.
And he said about his knees, and I said, wait until you get to Brian's age. I said,
Can you imagine?
hopefully you'll get knees like mine, which
Oh my
means
God,
that
he's
like
moaning now. That's like 20 years
I
of
know.
listening to it.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad it's yours.
So like the way he complains about it makes me laugh because I think, I said to him, come to me when you're 55 and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Or by which time I'll be 75.
And they tell me I'm too young to have knees. What would they tell him? Go away, child. There you go. He's still a kid.
He is still a kid. So, but yeah, why doesn't anybody tell you, like, give you like a roadmap of like when you get to 35, this will start aching. When you get to 40, this will start aching. When you get to 50, this will start aching. And as you're approaching 55, everything really starts aching, and you're hoping that you'll get a replacement of something sometime.
I don't know.
My hands ache now. Like the core of my like bones ache.
But not like they used to, though.
Sorry?
Not like they used to when they
not like the peripheral neuropathy that they thought it was, but isn't, because I stopped taking that medication and it's gone away.
Which I don't approve. I didn't approve of. You didn't tell me.
No, he didn't approve of me stopping taking it, but I'd stopped taking it and the symptoms had gone. So it's obviously not peripheral neuropathy, but it's like bone pain. But I also get terrible sciatica now. Where did that come from? Never had sciatica. Didn't have a migraine until I was like 45. So where did that come from? Like, I didn't sign up for these things.
Somebody slipped one in your bag when you were shopping.
And why? Why is it as soon as you get to 50 that you start getting the over 50 plans? Who knows that? Why? How come sandals know that you want to start having you might want to have a holiday with people of your own age? Why would you want to be on a cruise with all the people over 50? Because like I want some young people there that are going to be able to rescue me if it capsizes. I don't want to be on there with all the decrepit people like.
But the other problem is you get all those catalogues where you know and you think, oh my God, that chair would be so good, it lifts me. One slipper spot.
Yes, exactly. One slipper with both feet in, or the bath that opens at the side. I mean, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
I have
because
no idea how
I haven't got a memory at all. It's terrible memory. It'll be full of water. I open the door and it'd be like
I fixed a hole in your ceiling once.
Yeah, it would be like. It would be like
your lovely new kitchen a bit filled.
It would be like the Titanic on that boat with all those over 50s.
And I'd be stood in the front going, help! Get me off here!
I don't understand why do you want like, and also they say like the sea air is good for you, but also then they say that things like damp air makes your bones ache. Well, like, isn't the sea damp or is it dry? Is it dry kind of water?
It's not.
What kind of water is it?
No, it's not damp. It's soaking wet. And being by the seaside is lovely. It just makes me tired. All that sea.
Oh yeah, the sea. It's the ozone.
It's the only time I sleep properly.
Yeah, it's the ozone.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like being by the seaside when it's really good.
Oh, I do like to be by the seaside. Ozone.
You're the lyric person. I don't sing. I can probably give you a line from a film somewhere. No, I like to be by the sea when there's a big storm.
Put your right hand in the box.
What's in the box?
Pain.
Oh my God, he's quoting my movies at me. I can't cope.
Madeline.
Who's hungry?
I can't remember
who it is that's
hungry.
Why
are all the mirrors covered?
What?
Why are all the mirrors covered?
So you can't see the pain in our faces.
And why are we sitting on boxes?
To make sure there's pain in our faces.
That's Torch Song Trilogy, if anybody doesn't know. So, I really want that on DVD. I want it. I'd quite like it on Blu-ray. I don't know if it's available on Blu-ray, but I'd like it on DVD. But the copy that I have is an American one, and my old DVD player used to be able to play it, but now I don't. That doesn't work, and I have a Blu-ray player that is regionalised, and so it won't play on it.
Well, my DVD player works. DVD player, Blu-ray player. My piece of technology. I don't
know what you've got. You don't know what it is. No, but you don't know what it is, and I don't know what you've got. So.
It's about yay big. You push a button, and this drawer opens, and you put this blue disc in.
It's a Blu-ray player, yes.
You chose it. I said I wanted when you got me.
Oh, no, but that was a long time ago, Brian. You're expecting me to remember things.
Oh, I know.
It's like... Anyway. We've digressed a lot. We're like 11 minutes in, we haven't even got to the first question. Because we did.
You've done the first question.
What was the first question?
When you stop being a kid.
When your memory goes and you don't remember what the question is.
When you return to nappies.
Yes, that's true. That's true, yeah. Because you enter the world being a burden to someone and you leave the world being a burden to someone, so...
Oh dear.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah, we're going to be ready for Vic. Think how much fun he's going to have. Give me that. Vic, you changed my nappy. Oh, Dave's gone. Oh, I've got to go. Oh, Dave.
I know, but he's only 20 years younger. He's still going to be, by the time we're decrepit, he'll be on the way down.
The chances are we'll be looking after him.
We already are. So.
Yeah. We're more
That's the one thing that my mum said. Like, she was a bit like shocked that he was a bit younger than me, but then said, well, age is just a number, and it's not. Then she said he was quite mature, and then she said one thing that he said. She says it's very old-fashioned. So, because he's got a Hungarian attitude, so it's quite backward thing. And then she said, well, just enjoy it because at least you've got somebody to look after you when you're old.
Nah, I don't think. I think it's going to be me looking after the baby, like I do now. Yeah. Okay.
So, what else do you have?
I've got loads.
List of.
So, the make and model of your first car.
The make and model of my first car.
Mm-hmm.
I've only ever had two, so
Then it should be an easy one.
The make was a Renault, and the model was a Megane. I don't know what mark it was because it was the one that when the advert was shaking your ass, the shaking your ass one, the one with the nice curvy bottom to it. Yeah, I can't think of that.
I might not have lived in this country at that time.
You do know what it looks like. You know what it looks like, and you know what the song. Who's the song by?
I know the song. I just don't know it from the advert. I thought Renaults were Nicole.
No, that was a Renault Clio. Nicole and Papa and Nicole.
So why wasn't she called Clio then? That seems a bit.
What?
Why wasn't she called Clio then? If they're advertising Clios.
Because that was the car that was called Clio. You couldn't have a person called Clio and have the car in the thing that was also called Clio. It'd be a bit. Well, why didn't they call it Papa? So.
Maybe he did call his car. I don't
know. So it was around, and it was blue, and it had those kind of sticky out. Once I've shown you a picture, you'll know what it is.
It had hips, is it?
It had sticky out
hips,
rear wheel arches, and it was beautiful, and I loved it. And then, so I bought it because my partner at the time was a driving instructor and said, you should get a car that your first car shouldn't be a brand new one because you need to be confident to be able to drive it, but also doesn't matter too much if you ding it. And so about about 6 weeks after having it.
6 minutes after having it.
About 6 weeks after having it, I had the confidence to go and park in town in the underground car park. And I reversed it and scratched one of the rear bumpers because they stuck out quite far from the actual car.
Yeah.
Reversed, scraped that down a pillar, and then scraped it back again when I went forwards. And so I was absolutely mortified. And then a week later, I did the other side.
Oh,
so I had matching. And then sold it like maybe 18 months later, just like that, and then ended up with the car that I've got now. So,
and this car's lasted you well.
Yeah. So the car I've got now is a Kia Rio, 2012.
It's lasted forever.
Yes, and its name's Bruce, whereas my Megane was called Meg. So.
Meg and Bruce.
sounds like a breakfast
Does a bit, doesn't it?
show presenter.
I've only had one car.
Yeah.
And it was purple and glittery. That's all you need to know about it.
If that's all you know about it.
That's all I knew about it.
That's how. But didn't you say that's how you chose it, though?
Yeah. I learned to drive in Ireland because roads in Ireland are rubbish. No offence to anyone that's Irish, but roads in Ireland, public transport's rubbish. And
yeah, you're talking about Southern Ireland, though, aren't you? Yeah.
And they lived just outside Cork in a little place called New Two Pot House.
In where?
New Two Pot House.
New Two Pot House. When you said it really fast, it didn't sound like it was a bit. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, it's all one word.
Yeah, New Two Pot House.
New Two Pot House.
New Two Pot House.
Yeah. Little village outside Mallow, which is outside Cork, which is in the south of Ireland. But I used to have to travel all over Ireland for my job.
You could buy my car on eBay for 99p. not my current one, my Megane. Look, that's what it was.
It's got a scratch.
It's not the one with the scratches.
The actual.
Just looked, and one of the pictures that came up, it says it's 99p. So, it's not mine. I will just point out, folks, just so you're aware, it is not mine. So, but you can't really look. It's got like sticky out arches over the.
Yeah, I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, and I was so mortified when I scratched it, and then 2 weeks later, when I scratched the other. Oh no, it was a week later. I scratched the other one, and I was like, I don't care anymore.
So yeah, I learned to drive in Ireland because roads were so bad, or public transport was so bad, and I travelled all around the country, and I wasn't a good driver, which is why I don't drive anymore. I wasn't confident, and I didn't like it, I didn't enjoy it. And it took me ages to buy a car, and I used to drive around with my friend James on the back of his motorbike. And there was just one day I'm hammering in the side going, stop! I want that one! Because I've seen a car that I like. And it was purple and glittery, and that's it. I bought it on the spot.
But it was a Nissan Micra, wasn't it? Mini Metro.
A Mini Metro.
I thought it was a Nissan Micra.
A Nissan Micra. I don't know. It was purple and sparkly. It was a Nissan Micra.
So when did you pass your test?
I don't know.
What year?
No idea.
How old were you?
No idea. God, when was I in Ireland?
I don't know.
Because
I didn't pass my test.
Wait. I'm going to.
Well, you do that, and I'll just explain.
Write down and work backwards.
I passed my test in 2012 on the 27th of December, 2012. I'd taken my test just before Christmas and failed the first time. So I passed my theory back in the.
And your partner was a driving instructor.
Yeah, I passed my theory back in October.
Mm-hmm.
And then the UK has two parts to its driving test. It has a theory test, which is what would you do in this situation, and then you have to watch clips and you have to click the mouse when you see any kind of hazards and that sort of thing. But then you have a practical side, and I'd passed my theory, and then I then I took my test. It was about the 20th of December, don't quote me, and I failed it. I failed it on undue hesitation at a roundabout, which I thought, isn't that a good thing, to hesitate, to not go and kill
straight over
people, or is it better, like, because I was like, it threw me. And then the next time, my next test, I did on the 27th of December, and the reason I did that is my mum said if I passed by the end of that year, that she'd give me some money towards a car. So that was my incentive to pass. So I passed on the 27th of December on my second test, and I passed with no minors. So you can have up to 14 minors, I think. So you can like just make little tiny mistakes, and it's not considered to be dangerous. I got no minors, but I thought I had failed my test within the first 5 minutes because I waited for what I thought was too long for a car to pass.
So then did you spend the rest of the test?
Then I said, I've blown it, I've completely blown this. And then I passed. So, because I just thought, done it. I just can't do anything more now.
So all your worries are gone.
Yeah. But that's when I tried that hypnosis. And the woman gave me the money back and said, I can't hypnotise you.
I've never been on a beach in Banter.
She got very frustrated with me. Anyway, sorry, when did you say you passed your test? So I've only been driving, 12 years now? So I didn't pass until very late.
I passed my test in 2005.
Yeah.
And I drove for 8 years. Because I had to.
Do you know that tiredness can kill? You should have taken a break.
Ha ha. And of course I knew nothing about cars, and so I literally drove it until the engine fell out.
What, yours or its?
No, mine was fine. I just got my friend to come pick me up in his motorbike. And there was one bit of road.
Is there no MOT in
for a lot of people, there was no driving test.
All right. Okay.
So I think the third year that I lived there when I was working, and because in Ireland you could get a provisional licence, and you got a provisional licence 2 years, you're supposed to drive around with somebody, and if you didn't pass your test, you could then get another provisional licence for 2 years and drive on your own. And in theory, by law, you could drive on your own, drive to your test, fail it, and drive yourself home, which was bizarre. But then they changed the law, but then because so many people had provisional licences, they just issued licences to loads of people.
Okay.
So
did you actually take a test?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay.
One of my friend's mum, she'd been on a provisional licence for 42 years and they just gave her.
So one of the things on a driving test before you can drive off in the UK is you have to be able to read a registration plate from about, is it like 200 metres or something like that?
I don't know. I've got no chance.
What is it in Ireland? Because there aren't any other cars.
Nobody asks.
Can you see the leprechaun on the hill?
Nobody asks.
Is that what they ask you? Can you see the little leprechaun on the hill?
No, because they were all on their horses.
Sorry if you're Irish. I don't mean to. I'm not trying to offend anybody because that was a terrible Irish accent.
They were all in Killarney on their horses at the racetrack.
All right. Can you see the horse on the hill and whatever it is? Kill 2 pots on a plant pot cell, whatever it was called that you lived.
New 2-pot house.
Was that the name of the place or the house that you lived
in? The name of the place. I've showed you. You've seen it on Google Maps. My car and James's bike were still on the drive in the picture.
It's the next.
Sorry, I
know, but that sounds like it's such a made-up name. It's like there's the next town called Ladder Leaning on a Shed.
I don't know. My question was always, where's that 2-pot house? Nobody ever told me that. And there wasn't even a 2-pot house.
People will be Googling new 2-pot house now.
It's real. New 2-pot house. It's just outside Mallow.
Okay.
People will Google it and find out I'm telling you.
So 2005 is when you passed.
Yeah.
So that was You
A while
were,
ago.
yeah. You were 35?
Something like that.
36.
I was
Yeah.
getting on a bit.
But that's not bad because I didn't pass until
I'm
12
surprised
years
I
ago,
even-
whatever that was.
I'm surprised I even passed.
43.
My driving instructor literally spent 8 months holding onto the door.
What, stop it falling off or because I was scared?
Because he was scared. Because I wasn't good.
Well, I was good, and still am a good driver. So.
You are a good driver. You're a very good driver.
I know that sounds very big-headed, but I am very good. And I'm
It's something to be proud of.
I appreciate the law and the road regulations and the speed limit.
And you're back quite funny when you're going past people going, you should be in that lane, that lane,
Yes.
that.
Yes. Get out of the middle lane. Stop hogging the middle lane.
There's no rage, but there's a lot of the lost it.
Yes, I know. I'm very good at quoting.
You are very good at it. So yeah. That was quite fun. that was some funny ones.
We call this Old Rusty Gatehouse.
And they were two. They were two of the last questions I found.
Oh right, okay. So.
And I just thought, do it. Ooh, tag just fell out.
Okay, stop looking at the tag and get on with the questions.
Just wondered what it was. Not one of mine. So, your favourite way to unwind after a hectic day?
I come home, sit down. So always, when I come in, I have a very strict routine. When I come in, I hang all of my keys up. That's part of my therapy. As I hang my keys up, I have a hook for each. So I have my neck lanyard that goes on the hook. My car keys goes on a hook. There's my work big bunch of keys goes on a hook. My belt lanyard that goes on a hook, and
then everything else.
And then the single key for the door that doesn't come to work with me. It's just the one for in the house. That's on the other hook. So there's all the keys are hung up. That means then I know that it's all here. Put my wallet and my phone down, and then I come and sit down. And I love watching things like old social history things or colorized. One thing I'm really into at the moment is colorized Victorian films. Like when early age of cinematography and being colorized, because I think it makes you feel a lot more connected with the people. So when it's black and white images, you're very removed. They're just images, but when they're colorized, they come to life and they are people.
And the colorization's a lot better.
Yeah, it is a lot better than it used to be. I like things like that. I like things like social history. I like things like I watched that Auto Shenanigans thing.
Victorian Kitchen.
I love watching the Victorian. So that's English heritage. I love watching that. I like watching. There's a lot of I watch a lot of YouTubey things, but not very many crafty things, because otherwise I feel stimulated and I have to go and do something. So I'll watch things like How to Cook That with Ann Reardon. I like that because I like it when she does some old-fashioned recipes and things like that.
Oh my god, I actually know who that is. I've watched it with you so many times.
I'm Ann Reardon. This is How to Cook It. Sorry, if you're listening, Anne, I love you to bits, but subscribe. So, and tell people to listen to this channel.
We have talked about the fact that we'll do any accent. You can get your gob round.
I know. I'm trying to. Before I say it, speak out loud, I'm trying to get my South African accent right. So, because that
He really does love you, though, Anne, if you are listening.
Yes, I do. I do love you very much. So,
Pirate?
Jim lad. I got my parrot on my shoulder, and I got my wooden leg.
You sound like you're in Devon.
Well, it's very similar. I think all pirates must have come from Devon. So.
Probably originally, yeah.
Yes.
And sailed 7 seas from there.
Me old Harry.
So why did Cornish pasties become famous and not Devon pasties?
Is there a Devon pasty?
No, that's my point.
I know, but wasn't it Cornwall? It was they were famous in Cornwall because of mining. There was a lot of tin mining in Cornwall, wasn't there? And
So
that's why they had that. Well, it's that pastry case, the crimped bit edge of the pastry case was the bit that you held onto. You didn't really eat that crimped bit, the crusty bit.
Did you save it for canary?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking
I could see your brains
to bring your canary to work. So I watch a lot of like social history things, and then when I go to bed, my wind down is I love listening to boring books for bedtime. So don't have a gin when you're trying to say that. Boring books for bedtime. Because it's boring books, it's read so gently. I'd love to be able to do that kind of voice, that very ASMR voice. And I just love it. And it's like things like, it could be things like the Sears and Roebuck catalogue, or it could be the telephone directory, or it could be like things like Pliny the Elder, and
does it actually work?
Oh, honestly, I'll get she who shall not be named. I'll say play the latest episode of Boring Books for Bedtime. It'll play, but I say set a sleep timer for X amount of minutes, usually 20 minutes. Set a sleep, so that a sleep timer means it will stop playing after 20 minutes. So I put it on, within 10 minutes I'm asleep.
Wow.
So I'd love to be able to listen to those, but sometimes there are some really interesting. There was like a seed catalogue one they were doing.
That'd be my thing. I'd be like,
yeah, I know, but you think that you're going to be like that, and I always say, oh, I'd love to listen to what that actually is, that book, but then I've played it in my craft room, and I can feel myself like dropping off because I've conditioned myself to that. But I've always loved listening to people. So, I think it's that childhood thing, that connection with your childhood when, your parents read you a book and it made you fall asleep. I've always loved that. I used to fall asleep, things like watching the news, things that weren't particularly stimulating.
Catherine from St. John's.
Oh, Catherine. She could definitely do boring books at bedtime. She's got that voice that you could just listen to. And there are people that I could just listen to. I think the same with Tracie Fox, though. I think I love listening to Tracie Fox speak. I love listening to Sue from Paper Inspiration speak. Some people have just got that voice that can just, not in an offensive way, could send you to sleep. Because I could send people to sleep, but that's usually because I'm boring them to tears. So, not because people want to listen to my voice necessarily. So, I'd love to have that voice that means that my voice has suddenly gone really deep. I don't know why. I'd love to have that kind of a voice where you could just speak gently and send people to sleep. I'd love to be able to send you to sleep just by talking to you. Today we're going to talk about...
But it's not going to happen.
Sorry, back in the room.
Wake up, people.
So, that's what I would do. That's the kind of thing I'd love to do. If anybody's asleep now, wake up. So yeah, that's how I kind of relax.
And lock the doors and have everybody locked out and no world around you.
Yeah, I like that, shutting the world away. There are times when that's what I'll do if I'm on my own in the evening.
Yeah.
And that's just a good way to wind down. But obviously I don't do that when I've got visitors because it's very rude to fall asleep on them. So.
Is it?
Well, you wouldn't know because you do.
Yeah.
Brian comes here to sleep.
I do.
So
this is my safe corner.
yeah. I don't know whether that's I hope it's a positive that when you come here, you feel so relaxed that you fall asleep.
I know somebody here to protect me if they come for me.
But I have had lots of people say in the past, from not just this house but other houses, that people feel very relaxed in my company, or home.
Yeah.
So stop falling asleep, Brian.
I'm not.
So,
I'm not.
how do you relax, unwind, chill
I
out?
don't. I keep going like this 24 hours a day. That's why I sound like I'm rattling half the time. I find sleep really difficult because I can't just lay down and go to sleep. It takes me ages. And the only thing that's helped is the astronaut that you bought me.
Oh yeah, that.
I'll watch that. It's a nightlight, basically. You know,
Yeah.
It puts a nebula on your ceiling with lots of stars in it, and I'll watch that for half an hour and fall asleep.
Yeah, Vic bought me one of those, and I absolutely love it. It's down in the living room at the moment because I was showing Brian, but I like it having it on. That's another thing I'll have on whilst I'm watching YouTube, and just have that. So,
And it also makes me put everything away and get into bed.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'll just sit at my desk and I'll sit at my desk and it'll get light and I'll think, oh, I haven't slept yet.
But so that's because I definitely think I'm a night owl, so I'll stay awake late.
Yeah.
But equally, because I've been working for 38 years. I really should take some time off.
Really should.
Been working for 38 years just this week.
It's a lot of toilet catch up.
A lot of toilet, yeah. I'm booking the next century off. But no, I've worked for 38 years with probably about the maximum about 3 months off in all of that time. As in, I mean, 3 months between jobs accumulatively. So I didn't have one job where I had 3 months between. So I've always worked. And because I've conditioned my brain now, it doesn't matter what time I go to bed. So Vic's a night owl as well. So he'll go to bed because he works late. So his brain's in that kind of mode where you come home at midnight and you still need 3 hours to wind down. So I'll stay up with him.
So he stays in bed till 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah. So if I go to bed with him at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll still wake up at 7:30, the latest. My brain will be alive and awake. So
no. Once I'm asleep,
I find it really hard to lie in. I will always wake up. I can sometimes go back to sleep, but I'll always wake up.
Yeah. Once I'm asleep, that's it. I'll sleep for as long as my body needs to sleep.
Yeah, you're like a hedgehog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could sleep, and if I could sleep for the winter in a nice box of hay somewhere, I would. Trust
Isn't that
me.
what you do with tortoises?
I'd be down in your basement, but it's too damp. Maybe your loft. I'll try that. Just lose some weight to get through.
No way. There's no way you're getting through my loft hatch. There is no way. Yeah, I'm sorry, but
hip bones are
I think
let alone fat.
I think Naomi Campbell would struggle to get through there. So
it's teeny.
Yeah, it is.
Why they even bother putting one in? I don't know. Send the canary.
Well, when I first moved here, and I had to ask you to have a look up there.
I could get my head in there.
Because I was thinking, what if people have left things in there? And then I thought, well, hang on a minute, they'd have to be very small to be able to get up there in the first place.
They were teeny.
And they managed to get, if just by turning it and twisting it and manoeuvring it, you might have got a matchbox through the gap.
I reckon the borrowers live up there.
Yes.
That's why it's such a
Ariadne. Ariadne, are you there?
Ariadne, it's Abigail. We found out if David had been a girl, he was going to be called Abigail. Not got quite the same ring though, dash of Abigail.
And I don't know where wasn't there an Abigail's
I don't know.
party? Isn't there an Abigail's party?
Abigail's party, yeah.
Yeah, and that was about a buffet party thing. All my siblings are named after food, and I think that must have been like the combination all together. It becomes like a cheese and pineapple thing. Because Diane is, they're not named after food. I think that's just a coincidence. But we did play on that.
But she was. Your mum did go to Cookery College.
She did, yeah. Maybe. So there's Diane. So Diane, Steak Diane. There's Lorraine, Quiche Lorraine, and there's Charlotte, Apple Charlotte, and then there's Dave. Dash of. You can only have a dash of me, whereas you can have a slice of everybody else. So.
a slab of your big sister.
So, I have no idea what we're talking about now. What were we talking about?
I just couldn't see you as an Abigail when I read it.
Well, no, good, because my name's Dave. That's
No, it's going to forever be in my head now. Abigail.
But the other name I was going to be is Victoria. So, but they definitely didn't like Victor to call me Victor.
There's a sponge, isn't there? So that makes sense.
Yeah, Victoria Sponge. Yeah.
And that's why you like Kate so much.
What? Because I never became Victoria.
Because you never got to be Victoria.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Or at Abigail's party.
Or Abigail's party, yeah. It's about the right time, though.
It's my party and I cry for one.
70s, I think. It was Abigail's party.
Isn't there a song about leaving a cake out in the rain?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can't remember what
It's in Priscilla, isn't it?
Is it?
The song. When she wakes up, it's
Someone left the cake out in the rain.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
that's it. That's the
one. Yeah,
one.
I don't know the words.
Perfect. So. Word perfect.
Chicken tikka, you and I know. Not chicken tikka, but like...
Chicken tikka. The funniest thing I was reading about that the other day, they were talking about the Voyage show in London. And they thought it was quite interesting that a man had written a smash hit for his wife to sing about him divorcing her.
Is that what it's about?
Quite a lot of songs are about divorce because they were married and remarried.
Oh, right.
So there are quite a lot of songs about divorce that the boys wrote for their wives to sing.
Okay.
It was just, and when you look at it that way, you kind of think,
yeah, that
could have been a bit mean.
It could, yes. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Just a little snippet. I was listening to
yeah, of course. Because when you listen to it's like the thing I said about loads of people have Adele playing at their weddings and people need to listen to bloody.
I was watching her being interviewed the other day as well, and she said, "I just think I've only had 4 albums in my life. Everybody said to me, work hard, churn out albums, you'll be rich, you'll be famous. 4. 4. That's all I ever had." And then she was talking about her son. She said, when 21 came out, I'd have my son. He's 11 now. She said, and I made the decision, I'm not doing that. I'm going to raise my child. So I've had 4 albums. And she was at some, it must have been Woman of the Year or something like that. And she went, and it bloody worked. And thanks to people like you. So she's now mega famous and mega rich by doing what she wanted, having her child at 21.
Sorry, I've got tacky glue in my hand.
Tacky glue?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was thinking
is that what she should be having?
No, I was thinking for crafting the musical, you could have tacky glue instead of Waterloo. Tacky glue.
Davey's still working on.
So yes,
the crafting musical.
I could sing you it. I think I've still got the lyrics. So, but
he's not joking. There are
I've literally written lyrics to "Don't Rain on My Parade." So that's not everything. I haven't completely covered all bases. I don't have all of the storyline. I do have a lot of it though. I will be very honest. So, but yeah, you carry on while I look. So.
What goals are you working towards right now in your craft
right
space,
now, finding the lyrics to the...
Other than writing. Who'd play you?
What? Who'd play me?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody deserving of, playing me. My great stature and everything. As in, I'm huge.
Okay.
He's big in radio. He's big in a cagoule as well. So,
you could an orange one with a sou'wester.
A sou'wester. I knew that was coming.
And well, he's up to your knees.
Craft the musical. Here we go. Don't tell me not to sit and fussy cutter. Life's crafty and my desk's a bunch of clutter. Shush for a minute. Give me some limelight here. You can be the audience, but hey. hecklers get thrown out, you know. So don't tell me not to sit and fussy cutter. Life's crafty and my desk's a bunch of clutter. Don't bring around a crowd to laugh at this charade. I'm gonna snip and snip now. Watch what I make. You'll say, wow. One snip.
I feel like I've entered the Twilight Zone. There's a music box going somewhere that I'm missing.
One slip. That's something will go. Damn. One more, and I finished the shebang. I'll tear this word out. I'll ink this shroom. I'll take time to cut out this bird. I can't read anymore. I can't.
So who am I if you're Barbra Streisand?
I don't care. I'm Barbra Streisand. It can be anything you like.
Rude.
Papa, can you hear me?
I think you would be crazy if you're not careful.
Podcast, can you hear me? Oh my gosh, what on earth? You shouldn't start me off. You shouldn't start me off with
You
these
signed
things.
yourself off.
Okay, I shouldn't start me off with these things.
You've got lyrics and they're on your phone, written down. No, that's not just an idea floating around an ether. That's planned.
I've got a storyline as well, Brian. So crafting the music. There's a few other songs that kind of think, oh, and then I've just thought about tacky glue, baby. I wonder what. No, that doesn't work. Does it? Sorry for snorting. So I don't know where that's gonna go, but like. I don't think I'm going to make my millions from it.
You never know. I'll send it to Andrew Lloyd for you and we'll see if we can do collab.
Or if we can do a collab. So.
You can do collab. Oh no.
Dear. So now my brain's honestly it's whirring going. Tacky glue.
Right, should we fill it with a question?
Yeah.
Let's find. Well, what are your goals at the moment, other than your musical? And then that's clearly a big part of everything you're doing at the moment. You are quite focused.
I mean, like that crafting the musical's been going on since about 2021. So like, it's not like it's like anything new. Oh, July. This was written on July the 17th, 2022. So like,
right. So it's just on the back burner then.
It's on the back burner. Yeah. On the front burner, what's going on? What? I can't remember what the question was.
What are your goals in your craft room at the moment?
In my craft room, to finish this folio thing. So I'm actually a week ahead. I'm 4 videos ahead. So I've finished videos till the end of next week. So this comes out on Saturday. Friday's video is one of the 4 that was yesterday's video from you guys that are listening. And then next week's video, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, is already filmed. So this weekend I'll be filming more videos. I'm hoping to finish the folio within the following week. So that's what I would like to do. There's a few things I'd like to move on to. I've got some good ideas.
Plans afoot.
Plans are foot, a shoe, sock. Yeah, they're all there. Cool. And a welly, maybe. What are your wellies? No, goals. Currently.
So I've got another medieval video coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I love craft tomorrow.
And because I finished one of them last night, and so I've got 3 videos for that to come out, and to realise that I make too much. Even though people don't see
What?
it.
You've made too much?
No, that I just generally make too much. So I've made...
Oh, you're not doing a chunky fat thing, have you?
It's chunky fat thing. It's got no in it yet. That's just pages.
I know. That's
and I
you
put it
always
in,
end up.
and I put it in, and I shut it, and I went. Bah!
But you do that every time.
Pulling pages out because I still have pages to go in. Because at that point I hadn't put any of the kit in it.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely gone OTT. I think we're all capable of that. I tried to build capacity into mine.
Mine always chunky. Anyway, so this is that, and then I filmed the cover for I'm making a medieval lap book. I've done the cover for that with that.
You do realise people can't see these hand motions.
You can see though. You know what I'm talking about. You can translate if need be. With that.
I don't think it does subtitles for hand gestures. So.
I said you, not it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So.
And then I've been going steampunk crazy.
Oh yeah.
Because that's going to start. I'm going to do a series of that. And I made a really interesting little folio out of a paint chart from B&Q, which made me go, oh, I'm amazing.
Oh, I keep finding those paint chips in my car.
Well, give me them back then.
Yeah, well, like, what was it? Brian, not Brian. What's the other Brian called? Little Brian, Mini Brian, Skinny Tall Brian. What's his name? Vic.
That was a very convoluted.
Well, he used to call Worcester Brian as well, so like that he was 4-legged Brian. So
Please don't tell me you call Vic Brian to his face.
I've sometimes gone to call him Brian. I have. It's true, but like I've gone to call you Vic, so like or I'll call you Darling.
I'm not your partner that you call him.
But I've gone to call you Darling, and I call him Darling, and like it's honestly. So anyway, he opened the back door of my car the other day, and like these paint chips fell out, and I was like, "They're Brian's."
At least he's not dragon scale.
That's true. Yes, I still find them.
I know,
that was my 50th. That's 5 years on, and I'm still finding those scales.
That's because you were such an amazing outfit. It's taken 5 years for the sequins to fall off it.
I know, but why are they still here? That outfit hasn't been here for 5 years.
That's true, actually. Not been out the back of the wardrobe for 5 years. It lost half its sequins and it went never to come out again.
It won't be the same thing when you take it out. It'll just be a piece of black cloth.
It'll be a vest with 2 little sequins. That'll be it. For his 50th, I made this fabulous.
Well, you can wear it for the
black sequins.
You can wear it for the premiere of Crafting the Musical.
Okay, we can do that. I might have to have something done to the neckline, and I'll need a really big hat.
I could do with a ghostwriter as well.
Really?
Yeah. Harley or Marley. Ooh.
Was it going to come out at Christmas? Christmas craft musical. I don't do Christmas crafts.
No, I don't do Christmas crafts. And anyway, they come out in July. I know. Christmas in July.
What's that all about?
I don't know. I'm going to try and get my Christmas kits out for July.
What's that all about?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't like Christmas at the best. Well, I like Christmas. Don't get me wrong. I love Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like Christmas crafts so much.
I think it's hard.
I think it is, and also it's so one moment in time.
Give me one moment in time. Oh my God, what are we going to do? I don't know where that came from.
No, I don't know, but I joined in. So we'll have to listen to that back.
Oh, see, I do worry sometimes that people who listen to me and think, yeah, there's too many people in that head, get him locked up.
It's alright, there's too many people in my head as well. I only have to think out loud and people say no coach parties. So,
the deafer I get, the louder I get as well. So I talk to myself more out loud because I can't hear.
Oh, I know you do. And that's why you hum out loud.
Yeah. But it's getting louder because my hearing's getting worse.
Yeah, I know.
Because I can't
My
hear.
hearing's not getting worse. It needs to, though.
I can't hear myself humming, so I hum louder.
Yeah,
And then
right, don't worry.
And then I find myself talking to myself.
I can hear you humming from your house here.
Well, don't brag.
So.
I stop myself and like, who are you talking to? Oh, me. It's fine. And there's nobody else there.
Oh, yeah, I do that all. I find myself talking to myself a lot more these days. I have disagreements with myself as well. That's really bad.
I just spend a lot of time going, don't ask me. I don't know where you come from. I don't know.
Yeah. And I do a lot of, shut up, Dave. Shut up, Dave.
But you've always done that.
Yeah, the shut up, Dave is always a big part.
That's going on a cup, that.
Yeah.
With an octopus.
An octopus.
An octogenarian.
An octogenarian octopus. Yes, why aren't they called tentapus?
Why?
Because they've got tentacles. But there's only 8, though. So why aren't they called eightacles? Because there's not 10 of them.
I don't know.
Tune in next week. What was that?
Do you know they can get into a
Yes,
bottle?
yes, you said that last week.
I just think it's fascinating.
You could have 2 jars and
get
they just crawl from one side to the other.
I watched one go through a hole on a ship and it was like that big, the hole, and the octopus was like that big.
Yeah, like that's very descriptive. That's gardening for the radio. That big and that big.
That big.
To that big. Yay big.
Yay big. To quite yay big. Yay bigger.
Yay bigger.
So yeah, and my craft goals are not craft goals, they're technical goals.
Oh yes, you've said about this.
You might as well just hang me now. But I'm not good. You know I'm not good with technical stuff. This is why I have an IT manager sat next to me, because I'm not good with technical stuff. This is why we always do a podcast in his house, because I'm not good with technical stuff. I wouldn't have even thought of doing a podcast. I press record and I go, but I've learned to do thumbnails.
Oh, how have you been doing them now?
Have
you done it? What have you done it on Canva?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I'm learning how to use Canva.
Have you put it on your latest video?
Not yet, but you'll see it tomorrow. I followed
the premiere of the craft nails, the musical.
I followed the tutorial and everything. It was a bit like that. Get on with it. Say it again. What did you say? Because my brain can't compute half the time. I find myself like drifting off, going, "What did you say? Oh, I'm going to watch it again. What did you say? Oh, I'm going to watch it again." So I had to watch about 18 times before I could do one thing.
But you're doing it. That's fine. You're doing something more than you did before.
Yes, I'm learning.
Good.
I'm learning something I don't want to learn, so that I can be better at YouTube.
And then next time you'll be editing the video.
I will not.
You'll be doing my editing. You'll be doing
editing. Never
podcast editing.
Do you know, my ex Peter, who's no longer with us, was an engineer for the BBC, and he worked in BBC Radio, and I used to be able to sit and watch him engineer and edit a piece of tape, and he literally, I've never seen anything like it in my life. Put this piece of tape out, and he'd go like that with the things, tape it together.
The taping together is called splicing.
It's irrelevant. It was just the most amazing thing for because he had such good hearing, and you'd literally go like that. No, it's gone. It's fine.
Cool.
You took the people's coughs out, and if they hiccuped or if they went ooh. I know people go ooh all the time.
They do, indeed. So, yes. So I think that's a good time to kind of wind it up. I think because we're on. I think you've spent an hour winding me up. Now I've got to go home and relax. It's like an overwound spring. So bounce up the hill. Well, we've got lots more questions, haven't we, that we can kind of cover. So I hope you've kind of enjoyed what we've done.
We wrote lots of questions down, and we just thought over time we'll tackle them.
And how many did we do?
5.
Yeah, we thought we wouldn't do any more than 5.
Yeah, because you were laughing too much.
I was singing as well. So. Yeah, those people. Oh no, people have had to listen to me sing. If there's anybody still listening, I'll be very surprised. So, anyway, on that note, we shall round
Flowers
up.
to the stage door, please.
Flowers to the stage door.
We've just been.
Oh, yeah. I need a runner as well. So,
no, you're not allowed runners because they don't get paid usually, and that's not fair.
No, that's true. Yes, and my rider needs to be. I only want blue-coloured M&Ms.
You're not allowed blue coloured anything because you'll be bouncing off the wall.
I'll be bouncing off the walls. Yes, I'll need it to be able to sing my lyrics. Anyway, so before we digress anymore, we're up to an hour now, just a little over an hour, maybe with a bit of editing. I might get it down to an hour, or it'll just stay a little bit over an hour. So yes, that's it. So that's it from us this week. If you've got any questions, please do put them in the comments. Please remember to like this video. Please,
share.
Yeah.
Send us to all the TV networks. Let's get syndicated.
Yeah.
I want to do American morning television.
Yes. I want to do any kind of. You don't want to do morning TV. You won't be up. It'll be me on my own.
No, I will be up because I won't go to bed.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'll sleep in the afternoon.
So please like, please subscribe, please comment. If you've got any questions you want to ask us, or you want us think we should be answering any particular questions, please put them in the comments. If you want to support us to be able to do this podcast, you can support us through Ko-fi on my Ko-fi. Anything you put on there and you say for your podcast, we will share between us.
I've got a coffee as well. I'm going to have to learn how to use it now.
Yes, you are. Maybe we should have a joint Ko-fi as well.
No.
So anyway, all right, we're going to have to go now. So thanks very much for tuning in. My name has been Dave from Dash of Dave, and this has been
Brian of the Silver Fox.
And we will see you all
next week.
Speak
or
to you
through
all
the week.
Next week.
You'll simply read your videos.
Yeah.
I'll simply read my videos.
And then we'll collect back here, rendezvous back here next Saturday for another podcast.
Aye.
All right then, folks. Take care. Lots of love. And we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.